All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to get this information on the board for y'all. I know you're having problems writing this essay and whatnot. And I just want to show you, I showed you earlier what the what this whole deal was. All right, I showed you earlier how to make up the essay, and I showed you this other cat's video so you can see how he was like trying to mimic the Swann formula to try to get it down, but he really couldn't do it. So I want to break down for you right now. This is the Swann formula. All right, now you're going to be able to use this anytime that you got to write an essay, whether it's college, when you're going to law school, you got to make your entrance exams, med school, whatever it is. Whenever you write an essay, if you follow this formula, you're not going to have a problem, and that means you two out there in TV land. All right, keeping it moving. The first step, all right, well, let me break this down to y'all, all right? They call it an essay question, all right? It's not always broken down as a question. Sometimes they make it a question, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they might state in 250 words, talk about yourself and your various accomplishments. All right? There's no question in that. There's no question in that at all, so you don't have anything to answer. So the first step of the Swann formula is make a question. That's the first thing that you do. All right? Make a question. Question.
For the exam, the test that we're going to take, right, are they going to like put a question for us to...
That's what I'm saying. They might have a question, they might not. They definitely will have a statement. They'll definitely have something to say right about this, but it's not guaranteed that it's going to be in question form. All right? So that's why the first step is to make a question. Even if they give you a question. Suppose they say, they're building more prisons, and this is true, they're building more prisons than they build schools. All right? Tell if you agree that the government should make more schools or more prisons. All right? There's really no question there. It says, do you agree or do you disagree? So there's really no question there. So it's up to you to decide what it is that you're going to do. All right. All right, so look. First thing you do, Swann formula, make a question. After you make the question, you're going to answer the question. Now people, when you answer the question, what does that do for you, Fabiola? What does that do for you when you answer the question?
Answer the question without really answer the question.
You see what happened?
See what happened? Thank you.
But right. I was telling you.
I know. You was talking.
But it is the thesis statement.
Thank you. When you answer the question, that gives you your thesis statement. So when I was going around checking some of your guys' essays, I was telling you that you didn't have a thesis statement. One of the ladies that left, I said, you don't have a thesis statement. You need something that says, this is what I'm going to write about. That's what a thesis statement is. This is what I'm going to write about. I'm going to write about why I like ice cream. All right, so if I want to write about why I like ice cream, my thesis statements would be, there are many reasons why I like ice cream. All right, I'm getting this all on the board for y'all. I'm gonna write this whole essay. I'm gonna write most of the essay. I'll write most of it down. The main things that you got: the conclusion and introduction. All right. Now, after you get your thesis statement down, you see how Fabiola said I'm answering the question without answering the question. I don't have anything specific in that thesis statement. In your thesis statement, in your introduction, there's no details. Nothing specific, all right? Just enough stuff to tease people, to want them to get involved, to want them to want to read what it is. All right. Next step is write 3 supporting arguments. All right? So look, 3 supporting arguments. I'm going to write that for you right now. There are several reasons why I like ice cream. Primarily, now look guys, I'm saying primarily. Primarily just means first. Remember when I told you guys, until you get a little style going, you want to say, the first reason is this, the second reason is this, the third reason is this. And that's all right, because that's going to make your essay perfect. You got focus, all right? With me, since I'm a little more advanced, I'm going to use different words than first and second, all right? So I'm going to say primarily, I like ice cream because it is cold. All right? That's my first supporting argument. Notice I didn't give no details. I just said I like ice cream because it's cold. Now that's something that everybody knows. Ice cream is cold because it's ice cream. All right? So that's not a biggie. All right? My next supporting argument is going to be, I like ice cream. Primarily I like because it's cold. I would say another reason I enjoy ice cream is that it comes in many flavors. All right? So I don't know about the ice cream lovers out there. You know, you might like strawberry, you might like vanilla, I like apple Dutch, I like cheesecake flavored ice cream, cherry cheese.
I like chocolate.
You like chocolate?
Yeah.
All right, so it's all different type of flavors, so you can just stay with one, dessert and really have a ball. All right? The last reason I like ice cream, I'm going to say, watch this. Look what I got.
Because it's so sugary.
Right, now look what I got. I got primarily, that's my first reason. Then I put another reason, and I'm changing my vocabulary.
What about the sugar in it, teacher?
Finally,
Oh, it's so sweet.
Finally, I love ice cream because
It's delicious.
it is good
Creamy.
for you.
For you? Good for you?
It is. I like ice cream because it's good for you. And wait a second.
Seriously?
And good
For me.
to you. How about that?
Oh.
All right. Now I'm gonna break that down exactly what I mean in a second. All right. But I guess you might want to check this out and write that down. I'm gonna try to see if I can hone in on that. Jump around and see if I can focus on.
Who has a better handwriting, the other guy or you, teacher?
Oh, his handwriting is the bomb. I don't worry about my handwriting. I'm supposed to be a doctor, so that's what my handwriting looks like that. True story.
Really?
True story.
You should make
Dr.
me write
Swann?
for you.
That's
So
right,
I
Dr.
don't
Swann.
have a lot of bad spelling. You just had to tell me.
Dr. Swann. All right, so we got that. All right, now I'm back on this. I'm back on my BS.
Yeah.
Back on my BS. All right. Now let's get back to this. All right, so I got that. All right. So the introduction is done.
What happened?
Introduction is done, people. All right, with the Swann formula, once you get your thesis statement, your 3 supporting arguments, that's your introduction. Okay? Next thing with the Swann formula, after you get the introduction, you got to remember that these 3 supporting arguments, each one of them becomes a topic sentence for the body paragraph. So I'm going to write that down. Each argument is a topic, sentence for a body paragraph. All right, do you see me? No, we good. Thank you. We good. We're gonna flow with it. All right, I appreciate the help and the love. All right, so I'm gonna show you this in a second. How each one of these sentences that I've written, I'm gonna turn that into a body paragraph. All right. All right. For example, you have a question? Yes.
There should be like 3 paragraphs more. It should be like 5 paragraphs.
Exactly, because we have the introduction. You have 3 supporting arguments. So that means each one of those start a body paragraph, then you have a conclusion. Yes.
So every essay is always going to have 5 paragraphs?
Every essay should have at least 5 paragraphs.
Or more?
Right.
Okay.
Every one, unless they're only asking you, or unless you only have 2 ideas, unless you only have 2 arguments. But if you only have 2 arguments, those 2 arguments might be broken up into even more paragraphs. Because you might say, I feel 2 ways about it. I feel this way, and I feel that way. So when you talk about this way, that's a paragraph. When you talk about the other way, that's a paragraph. But then you might also want to have an essay that breaks down the similarities and the discrepancies and, compares and contrasts the different ideas. All right, so here we go. Each argument is a topic sentence for a body paragraph. All right, then you write 3 sentences to support each argument. All right? So that, ladies and gentlemen, once you get to this part, what is this done? What have I done?
The body.
The body, thank you. So we got the introduction, we got the body. And it's easy. Everything is based on 3. You make your thesis, you make your question, you answer the question, that's your thesis statement. You have 3 supporting arguments. Each one of those arguments is a body paragraph, starts a body paragraph. You write 3 sentences to support that, that's your body. So now we're only left with one part. What's the only part we got left, Roberto? Rob. Conclusion. You said, all right, you heard that?
Yeah.
Conclusion. All right, so we got that, the conclusion. How do we write the conclusion, Fab?
What the introduction.
What do we do?
You rewrite the introduction.
We rewrite the introduction. Rewrite.
You know my English no good, teacher.
Your English is better than my English.
I don't see you in there.
You don't see me?
Me English no good.
You don't see me?
No, man.
You see me now?
No, yeah, but it's not showing that.
It's not showing what? This thing here?
Yeah.
I'm going in again. I'm going in again. I'm going to take a second and show that conclusion. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is the Swann formula.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you, again, all the steps of the Swann formula. So you got the first step. All right, you see it says Swann formula. Let me see if I can make a little focus in there. First thing, you make a question, answer the question, write 3 supporting arguments. All right, that's your introduction. All right, then each argument is a topic sentence for a body paragraph. All right, then you write 3 sentences to support each argument. That's to give you your body. And then you rewrite the introduction, which is your conclusion. All right? So if you got that, I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to finish writing this essay for y'all. I'm going to talk about the essay. All right. Now this is what I'm going to do. I've got my introduction. I'm going to just do the whole essay live. I'm going to do the whole essay live and direct from Swann World and TV. All right, there's the people in Swann World making that noise. And then I'm going to come back and give you the conclusion, because that's usually the hardest part. People don't know how to bring a conclusion together. All right. Now the first thing it says, primarily, I like ice cream because it is cold. So that will be my sentence. All right. The first reason why I like ice cream is because it's cold. Matter of fact, I could even write it for y'all. I'm gonna write this whole essay, just to have something to do. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. That doesn't work. So I'll say the main reason I love ice cream is because it is cold. Now notice, that's just almost the same exact thing, that's almost the same exact argument that I had. Remember I said each argument becomes a topic sentence. That's the topic sentence, it's at the top, it's starting off on paragraph. Now it says 3 supporting arguments. So that means I gotta give you 3 reasons why I like ice cream because it's cold. Alright? Main reason why I love ice cream is because it is cold. I am a warm-blooded man. I'm a warm-blooded man, so I need cool things to cool me down. Thank you. Period.
That's what I ice cream every day.
Okay, all right, and that's what I'm saying. So, all right. So I'm going to say, ice cream.
Because you're always hot, right?
This is true. Look, I'm sweating right now. I'm sweating right now. Ice cream provides me with the coolness. Yes, it's a word that I need to survive. All right? When I said 3 supporting arguments.
You don't get brain freeze?
Sometimes, when I drink that milkshake too fast.
All right.
At the end.
We'll always go to the corner just to see that and just not be in our way.
At the end of the day, I love to reward myself with a nice cold treat. Notice I put the exclamation points, exclamation point, and I put the quotations, all right? So you see, I've had my topic sentence, I've supported what I said, all right? I'm gonna give you a chance to write that down, to copy that. For you viewers at home that's watching this, can y'all see that? Yeah, y'all can see that, that's cool. That's cool, y'all got most of that, if you can't see it all. All right, let me know when you're finished copying that, and I'm gonna erase this and go to my next body paragraph. No, what?
Do you know how long you're gonna take to go to?
No, it's only gonna take a second because they writing when I'm writing.
It's not gonna take too long. Look right here.
Yeah, see? So he's copying it. That's cool.
You're gonna be in the video. Now you're gonna be talking.
Now I'm be in the video. I always want to be in the video, man.
I know, but you have a lot of
Making me famous.
Alright, now you can talk.
We're gonna be famous. Us. It's just us at the top, students.
Be serious, listen. I'm recording right now.
You recording? All right, can I erase this, ladies?
Not yet. What, teacher?
Okay, you getting a copy? All right, we're waiting for my students to finish copying the first body paragraph. All right, for the people at home in TV land, pretty soon we're going to start the next body paragraph.
One part of it, teacher.
Okay, you got it all?
Oh, got it.
Okay, you got it? All right, that's what's up. All right, we ready for the next one?
What is today's day? It's not there.
I just told you that.
As you can tell, I love my students so much that they hate me. They love to hate me. I can't help it. But we gotta get it going.
Right.
You ready? All right. I'm erasing this paragraph so we have room for the next body paragraph. All right. Remember in the remember what I said to do. Each argument starts a body paragraph. So we did the first one. Primarily, I like ice cream because it's cold. Now we're going to another reason I enjoy ice cream is that it comes in many flavors. So that's how I'm going to start. Ice cream is a fantastic treat that comes in many flavors. Period. All right, and I have to support that. It comes in many flavors. That's why I like it. I used to believe that vanilla was my favorite flavor of ice cream. Period. That's the first thing to support that, right? However, when I was 16 years of age, so yes, that was 10 years ago.
Yeah, sure.
However, when I was 16 years old,
Oh my God.
however, when I was 16 years old, comma, I had the pleasure
Ice cream.
Hmm?
You like ice cream?
of working
Strawberry, vanilla, walnut.
in
There's another one.
an
They have
ice cream
chocolate thing in it.
parlor. Period.
So candy. You put the candy chocolate and you put it in it.
At this ice cream parlor, and notice I'm keep writing this because I don't want to use pronouns. I want people to understand what I'm talking about. At this ice cream parlor, I
I didn't have it.
was introduced to many
You like one reason, teacher?
wonderful flavors.
You like one reason?
No, my mother likes rum raisins
Why not?
because my mother likes it. All right, now look. So look, I got ice cream is a fantastic treat that comes in many flavors. All right, I'm supporting that. I'm talking about the flavors. I used to believe that vanilla was my favorite flavor of ice cream. That's one sentence. However, when I was 16 years old, I had the pleasure of working in an ice cream parlor. That's the second one. At this ice cream parlor, I was introduced to many wonderful flavors. All right? So I'm going to continue. I'm just giving an extra one. I don't have to, but I'm going to give an extra one. I was enamored.
Enamorado.
See, I was enamored with Dutch apple,
And chocolate fudge.
banana, Rocky Road,
Not a nasty choice.
Dutch apple, banana, Rocky Road, and
Is that Chunky Monkey?
no, I think that this wasn't here, and fudge twirl,
Wow, you're a complicated teacher.
comma, just to name a few, just to name and few. All right. That's the second body paragraph. Now remember I told you you only have to write 3, but I put an extra one in there because you know sometimes you get passionate about what you're writing, and this all goes with you creating that question for yourself, and that's going to make it easier for this essay to flow for you and to flow with you.
And it's ice cream.
Yes, after this class, I'm going to go with you. You're going to treat us to ice cream.
Ah, you heard that. You're going to do it. I would like...
That's my friend Phil.
With some Oreo crunch.
That's my friend Phil.
With some whipped cream and caramel.
It's some chocolate ice cream right now.
All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to just notice, I want you to notice while you're copying this down, how this thing is flowing. All right? We started with the,
yes, teacher.
We started with the question. We answered the question. All right, the first body paragraph was why ice cream was cold. The second body paragraph right here is why ice cream comes in many different flavors. And now I'm going to get to my last body paragraph. As soon as everyone is finished copying it, I'm going to get to my last body paragraph. And hopefully that's going to work for everybody. All right, just wait just a few more seconds for my students to finish copying it.
Thank you.
That's what my students, one of my students saying thank you. She's giving you a shout out my students. All right.
Well, that's when you're supposed to flash the camera around.
That's what I'm supposed to do?
No.
See, but everybody don't want to be on film. So this,
Just a quick little...
you don't mind? Okay, I got you. I'm throwing it on you in a second.
No.
All right, you finished copying?
You had 2 basically, and then use the 2 paragraphs and that's it. But you don't have 2, right?
No, I've got 3 in there. I told you every essay's got 3. This is my first. It says primarily. Then my second says another reason why I enjoy ice cream. And then it says finally, I love ice cream because it is good for you and good to you. And I say when people read that, they're gonna say, "What? How is ice cream good for you and good to you?" And that's what I'm gonna break down for you right now. Shakeen said, "I want to know that one, son. I want to know how ice cream is that good." Some people, let me tell you, some people don't know the goodness of ice cream. So I'm gonna break it down for you.
I like butter cake ice cream.
Okay, now watch this. What I said.
Butter cake.
People that's paying attention.
They got cake and ice cream.
All right, it says ice cream. I gotta get another magic marker. I'm running these markers ragged. I've been going through about 10 markers a day. This is a true story.
They supply you with them, right?
They better. If they know what I know. All right. Now look at this. People that's talking. Let me get this last paragraph off. All right. That's not what I want. Is this it?
I know why you're writing that.
There you go.
I know why you're writing that essay, like, no problem.
Because I love ice cream.
No, because you use a magic marker.
Thank you. It's magic. All right, so look. Ice cream is good for you.
That is a lot of stuff in the time of your
Ice cream is good for you
not good picture.
and good